All right, so now we got bantamweights. In the last episode, you were able to choose who you thought was going to be the top for flyweights. Now I'm going to choose my top for bantamweights. I gotta put Merab as number one. I got Merab as the best ever at bantamweight to ever do it. Sorry, it's not Dominic Cruz. I don't even know if I'm going to put Dominic Cruz in mine, to be honest, but let me think about it. So we got Merab number one for sure. And then I feel like it's tough. I feel like everybody fights for two and three. Who would you say after? Well, do you agree Merab is number one?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so then who you got two and three?
You got to put Peter Yan there, my opinion.
Put Yan in the top three
Put
ever.
Peter
Okay.
Yan in there because you think about it, the guys now are better than the guys then.
Way
And
better.
who was really good back then? Their best guy was Dominic Cruz, Cody Garbrandt. Cody Garbrandt's reign was so short. He was only good for one fight. So I got Marab, I got Peter Yan, and I got TJ Dillashaw.
That's what I was gonna say as well. TJ Dillashaw. I don't know about Peter Yan over Aljamain though. So we gotta look at their records really fast. So I do like I like the TJ Dillashaw pick, but do you think TJ should be over Dominic Cruz?
Definitely. In my opinion, he's over him.
Why is that?
Well, I mean, Dominic Cruz had a lot of he just had a lot of decisions. And also, I mean, he lost badly to Cody Garbrandt. He also had a lot of layoffs, always injured, always taking year layoffs in between fights. So I think you got to kind of kind of take that into account when you're discussing, is he better over TJ? Whereas TJ had a lot of exciting wins. He had a lot of finishes. He was an active champion. And I just think that overall he had bigger wins.
I think it's tough.
Because he beat Dillashaw. He beat Dominic. Oh no, TJ didn't beat Dominic, but he beat
Cody Garbrandt, who beat Dominic.
Cody Garbrandt, who beat Dominic.
Who
He
beat?
beat TJ beat him.
Okay,
Right? And then TJ beat Renan Barão, who at the time people forget about Renan Barão.
Boogeyman back in the day.
Oh, exactly. Barão was on a crazy win streak, undefeated for X amount of years. He was just dog walking everybody. And then TJ hit him with like a 30-piece combination against the cage.
That was one of the dopest fights I ever seen. That
Exactly,
fight when he
man.
took his strap, went in there super confident, flowing, moving his feet, beat him to the punch, dropped him in the first round, and then in the fifth round, because that's the best way you want to beat somebody. If you beat somebody in a 5-round clinic and then stop them, that's way better, I think, than going in there and clipping somebody in the first round, which is cool. But you're always gonna be thinking in the back of your mind, was that a fluke? Was that a fluke?
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
then he doubled back and
And
did it again.
again.
Even crazier the second
Yeah,
time.
nah. But here's my problem, though. Here's my problem. We don't want to disrespect Dominic Cruz because Dominic Cruz carried bantamweight on his back for a long time. From the WEC, when the UFC bought WEC, he went over to the UFC and continued to win for a long time. And he beat TJ. So I love TJ. I think TJ's fighting style is more applicable to today. I don't think Dominic Cruz's style really fits in today. I think if you take a prime Dominic and put him in today, he doesn't do that well. I think most people are gonna probably beat him. But
I mean,
TJ
we
does
saw
well
that.
now. But Dominic beat TJ stylistically. He beats TJ. So how do we know which one to actually put in there?
But again, for me, again, it goes down to resume. I feel like we shouldn't determine who will be put on that top 3 GOAT list in the division based on if he could beat him. Because there's a lot of guys, and I'm just gonna use a reference for a different guy. Anderson Silva. There's a lot of guys that could beat him. But he's still one of the greatest in his respective division, right? So that doesn't I don't think that should be something that should take away, right?
You think it should be resume? So let's put their
It should
resume.
be resume. So I feel like Dillashaw has a stronger resume. His performances are stronger. Dominic had a lot of decisions, and he was gone so many times because bro was fragile, man. He kept getting injured.
Yeah, I mean, but here's what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at their resumes, and we're gonna put them up side by side to see who had the better resume. Because I do think that this is the battle, right? It's which one of them should be in there, or it's them. I don't know about Purion is really good as well, but let me just look at their resumes really quick. So TJ Dillashaw, his best wins were Mike Easton. I don't know if you heard about him, but he was decent back in the day. But TJ Dillashaw dismantled Mike Easton. Great fight. He beat Renan Barão twice. He beat Joe Soto. He beat John Lineker, which is not all that. He beat Rafael Assunção. He
Yeah,
beat Cody
that was a
Garbrandt
good win at the
twice.
time. That was a good win at the time. Hassan Sal.
He beat Rafael Sansal. He beat Cody. TJ Dillashaw beat Cody Garbrandt twice. TJ Dillashaw lost to Henry, but then he beat Corey Sandhagen, which I think is very, very telling. He came to the modern era and beat a modern guy who's one of the best and who's about to fight for the strap. So for him to beat him says a lot. And then he lost to Aljamain Sterling, but his shoulder, he had a bum shoulder. I think if he had a good shoulder, he was strong. I think he would have beat Aljamain. Maybe. I don't know. Aljamain's huge. But so that's his resume. Now let's look at Dominic Cruz's resume. Dominic Cruz, since he got to he was a reigning champ in WEC forever. Everybody over at Alpha Male multiple times over. So Dominic Cruz destroyed Alpha Male. He beat Joseph Benavidez twice. I don't care about that win, but he beat him, and Joseph used to have a name back then. Now he's only known by being married to Megan O'Leary, right? Is that who he's married to?
Yeah, that's what he's known for now.
That's what he's known for now. But he beat Joseph Benavidez twice. He beat Uriah Faber. I want to say like three. He beat him twice. He lost to him once, beat him twice. He beat Demetrius Johnson.
Upper weight class, upper weight class.
He beat him, and this is before Mighty Mouse was who he is now. So let's
Exactly.
he's not the same Mighty Mouse, but he did beat him. He beat TJ Dillashaw. He lost to Cody, which is but that was GOAT Cody. That was prime. There would never be a better.
And TJ beat GOAT Cody twice.
But some people argue that there's never been a better. Someone has never showed up so well for a title fight ever.
The only one to rival that is Conor versus Eddie Alvarez.
Showed up to a title fight to dominate.
Yeah. But besides that, Cody had one of the best title fight wins in history.
Showed up that night and then never showed up again. Died right in that ring that night. So Dominic lost to Henry Cejudo. He beat Casey Kenny, which is not a crazy win. He beat Pedro Munoz.
He beat that Asian fighter.
When he on his comeback, right? Mizugaki. He beat that dude. But who the hell is that guy, right? And then he beat Pedro Munoz. And then he lost to Marlon Vera. So he kind of did end kind of sad. I'm not going to lie. It wasn't. Yeah, that's a tough one. But I mean, I don't know. That one's a toss-up, to be honest. I don't know who deserves to be in that spot because he beat TJ and he also beat, Uriah Faber was like super famous back then and very, very popular, and he was beating Uriah Faber. But I think TJ has a quality win over him he beat Cody Garbrandt and he beat Corey Sandhagen. So that might put him over Dominic Cruz, but that's arguable.
But I feel like if you pick Dominic and I pick TJ, I don't think either of us are wrong. Those guys could be interchangeable.
Yeah.
But beating Corey Sandhagen, that right there, for me, that's just the stamp on it because
that puts him in our modern era. I mean, his skills were good enough to survive in our era. Whereas we don't know if Dominic could because Dominic lost to the people that he fought in our era. He lost to freaking Marlon Vera.
He got knocked out by Marlon Vera.
I don't see how you lose to cheat. So for that, yeah, we might have to go with TJ. You're not supposed to lose to Marlon Vera, man. That's not.
And for me, I put Peter Yan up there because I'm just biased. That's what I'm saying. That's one of my favorite fighters.
Peter Yan is one of the dopest fighters to do it. So let's look at his record. He beat John Dodson. That's a good win, right? John Dodson is a punchy dude, right? He beat Jimmy Rivera. He beat Uriah Faber. Stopped Uriah Faber. Nasty. You seen that fight? That step through, boom, dropped Uriah Faber. Bad. Like Uriah Faber didn't know where he was at, what he was doing.
TJ lost to John Dodson. And
that is true.
Yan beat him.
That is true. Yo, yeah, let's just stop for a second. TJ Dillashaw, prime TJ versus Peter Yan. Banger.
That's a war.
What? TJ has
make it a 5-rounder.
What? That's a banger because TJ has hella like pride. He's like super prideful, super like competitive, doesn't want to lose. Peter Yan is just an animal, was just born a warrior, comes forward like a little cyborg. Yeah. Son, what?
And they both got chins, so it's going off.
Both got chins. Both have gas tanks. Both fight both stances. That's one of the best fights you could ever make. If we could put that fight together somehow, obviously not anymore. TJ has a bum shoulder, but if that fight was able to happen, legendary fight, those two. But let's get back to his resume. So he beat Uriah Faber. He beat Jose Aldo. And this is a good Jose Aldo. When Jose Aldo first came down at 35, Jose Aldo was good. This is in 2020. This is a good Jose Aldo. And he stopped him in round 5. Bad. Like body shots. He was tired. Lost to Aljamain Sterling, but he won that first fight. That first fight, he was winning.
It was just the knee. He just made an error.
Won that fight. Then he beat Corey Sandhagen. Great win. Then he took a legit loss to Aljamain. He lost that fight. He lost to Sean O'Malley in a close fight, but it was
Yeah,
close.
he could have went either way.
Yep. He lost to Marav. That was bad. He lost
But
bad.
who doesn't lose?
That was a bad loss. But then he came back and dog wall. I mean, not dog wall. Let me not say this. He came back and beat Song Yadong. That's a hard Song Yadong is a hard matchup for
And I was
anyone.
just rewatching that fight the other day, bro.
That's a hard fight. He's tough to beat. He beat the hell out of Figueiredo. Beat the hell out of him. And then he beat Marcus McGee, young, strong, hungry up and comer. Peter Yan is not even a big 35er. That's the thing about Peter Yan. He's not a big dude. He could probably go to 25 or something. Like, he's not big, that big. So for him to go in there and do what he does, I can give him that spot up there.
Because he's not a weight bully, right? He's usually the undersized guy in these fights.
Here's my problem though with putting him in there is you got Aljamain Sterling. How do we justify not putting Aljamain Sterling in there and putting Peter Yan over him when he beat Peter Yan and has some great wins under his belt? Some
So
BS.
Aljo, listen, Aljo, he should be there. But me, I'm biased. So I'm
He said, no. He deserves to be there, but I ain't putting him in there. You gonna put him in the honorable mention category?
he definitely there, right?
Yeah, he beat Corey Sandhagen bad first round. What he did was nasty to Corey Sandhagen. He beat Pedro, but who hasn't?
Yeah, but I would like to see that fight. I mean, I'm okay not seeing it, but I would have liked to see that fight again because Corey he's a different fighter than he was at that point.
Yeah, so he beat so Aljamain beat Corey Sandhagen, he beat Peter Yan, he beat Pedro Munoz, but who hasn't? He beat TJ with a bum shoulder. He beat Henry, fair and square, beat Henry. He beat and that'll be it for 135. So yeah, I guess Peter Yan probably has a funner, stronger resume, but those two are neck and neck. So for the Peter Yan spot, him and Aljo are going head to head for that spot. And then for the TJ Dillashaw spot, is him and Dominic Cruz fighting over that spot. But the only one who has a sure, strong spot is
Marav.
Marav.
His is unanimous. You can't dispute it.
He's a dog. Beat everybody. Crazy gas tank. Yo, he outboxed. If you look at the last fight with him and Sean O'Malley, he outboxed Sean O'Malley.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? And the crazy part is that everybody was saying that O'Malley, I didn't agree with it, but everybody was saying that O'Malley looked better the second time. How you look better and you got finished?
In 3 rounds.
That's crazy, right?
I think Marav.
I don't think that either. But
Yeah,
if you listen to the commentary, everybody was saying he looked better this time. He made some adjustments. Oh, how is that possible when you got finished?
I don't know. I think if anything, he was just a little bit more like he wasn't as afraid as the first time. The first time he was kind of afraid to get up off the ground. This time let me not say he wasn't afraid. I think he was afraid the second time as well, but he was putting his best foot forward, I would say, for the second fight. Whereas the first fight, he thought he would get tired, so he didn't try his best to get off the ground.
But that's not you looking better. That's just you willing to. Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, Marav's the only one who's holding his spot down, not going anywhere.